Amir Helgrimson. Standard procedures, we'll take questions. Please identify yourself by name and organization. We'll jump straight to questions. First question. Go ahead. Arch.
Hi, I'm Arch Bell with CONCACAF.com. Nice win for your team tonight. How satisfying is it that you got goals from all across the board? It wasn't just one single guy scoring 2 or 3 goals. You had goals all across the board, contributions, assists from pretty much your whole team out there today. How satisfying is that for you, especially in this group stage finale?
Yeah, I think, Arch, given also that we did 6 changes to our starting lineup, I think we can only be happy. Of course, we were chasing some goal difference, but I think it would have been over-ambitious to equal the US goals. So to be in a tournament and win 5-0, it's just a big achievement. Even though we think at times we didn't play at full tempo, but like I said, we shouldn't spoil it with being over-ambitious. But that so many came about when the goals were scored is just fun. It gives the players confidence. It gets them motivated for the next game. So everyone has put something in, and hopefully now some players will stake a claim to start the next game. So I'm unlucky. The FIFA only allows starting 11. So we'll see. We now need just to focus on recovering quickly and be ready for the next match. Will of course be a knockout game. It's a totally different game. But I'm really happy that so many came about around the goals.
Thank you, Coach. Next question, gentleman, third row.
Hi, Coach. Congrats on the biggest win in Gold Cup history for Jamaica. Preparing for the next stage, you have the winner of Group D. So far, that's Guadeloupe is ahead with Guatemala, Canada, and Cuba. What are you going to do between now and then to prepare, considering that group has not yet ended?
Now we will analyze all of these teams. We can face these 3 teams. So we just start with analyzing and looking at the matches in that group. And we've already started, of course, because we knew we would face the teams in this group. So we've already started that. But that is going to be now our next task. But most importantly is to recover from this. It was a hot day, and the players were pushing. Even though we were winning, they were still pushing, and I give them a lot of credit for that, to try to keep on the tempo, because these games are always strange when you play them. Normally the tempo will go down and such, but they tried to push until the end. I'm really happy with them.
Thank you. One more question. Go ahead. Mike, please.
Coach, so you talked a little bit about using, the players and making everyone feel that they're part of the group. So with you bringing in Konaya and giving him a debut, you pretty much used every member of your squad so far. So how does that impact the spirit of the team and what you know in terms of putting together a team for the knockout stages in terms of the roles?
Yeah, it's important. Also, when you play games like that and you give players a chance, you like them to come in and take that opportunity and use it to their benefit. So if I take, for example, Pepe, when he played the first 2 matches, and he dominated his position. So it's this kind of opportunity that the players should take when they get it. So when opportunity and preparation meet each other, that should be the case. When you get the chance, you should, take it. So I'm really happy. Konaya came 3 weeks ago in Austria. We planned to play him there, but we didn't. So it would have been a shame if the kid wouldn't have a cap for 5 weeks with us. So now is a good opportunity to give him at least a cap, even though it's only 10 minutes. He gets 1 tick behind his name in the CV, national team for Jamaica games. So it's good to be able to give him that at least.
Thank you, Coach. We'll take a few questions for our colleagues joining us virtually. Livington Scott, please go ahead with your question.
Yes, Coach. most pleasing aspect of the game for you today? I know we had some good possession, defended well, but still gave up some chances. But what was the most pleasing aspect, and what do you think about Antiola not getting on the score sheet as yet?
No, I don't mind who scores the goals, and honestly, he doesn't as well. So I'm not worried about that. He gives a lot of energy and surrounds opponents around him, so it opens space for others. Maybe the most pleasing thing is that we were quite disciplined, even though in the end we kind of were going for it to try to score more goals. Then always it leaves the defense a little bit vulnerable when we play two strikers in the second half and then attacking wingers, and we kind of try to throw everything. So of course when we lose possession we are open, but sometimes you need to play that match. But I'm pleased with the attitude of the players for 90 minutes in this game. Displeasing, I thought we started quite slow, but given that it was a real baking oven inside the stadium, so it's easy to sit on the bench and scream at the players and say run. I was pleased with the character of the team and the spirit, and that they went on and kept on until the end of the match.
Thank you, Coach. Next question, Rashid Barshman. Please go ahead.
Yes, good evening, Coach. You mentioned here about tempo being upped. It was a fairly more attacking second half than the first, and you also mentioned chasing goal difference. But yesterday you said that it really didn't matter where you finished. So at what point did you decide to really go for it, and what changed in the second half?
No, we at 2-0 at halftime. We just discussed, should we go for it, and then we went for a different tactics and other players. And so at halftime, we of course hoped that we would have scored more goals, but we decided as a team that we would just go for it instead of kind of pulling the plug off the tempo and just keep possession. We wanted to use this game to try to create more up front. But then again, like I said before, you leave the defense a little bit naked. So, but that was kind of a decision. We wanted to go for it, see how much we could do, because the first half we were not happy with the tempo. But like I said, that's given the circumstances, difficult to go into a game and pre-deciding you're gonna win it big. But I think all the credit to the players. So repeating myself again.
Thank you. Next question from Leighton Levy. Please go ahead with your question. Leighton. Okay, we'll move on to the next question.
No, hello. I'm here. I just had my microphone unplugged for a minute. Coach,
Yeah, please go ahead with your question.
Congratulations on the win. Can you talk a little bit about the play of your centre-back, Bernard, and how impactful he's been so far? You've seen 3 games. He's played in 2 of them and done impressively, in my opinion. What's your take on how he has played so far? And the second question is, now that you've seen the team over 3 games, do you have a clear idea of what your best 11 is?
Leighton, Dijon Bernard is a young centre-back. I think he will get maybe more recognised in the upcoming years. This one is helping him a lot in that area. You can see his physical strength is good, his speed is good, aerially he's very strong. But I haven't seen this attacking skills like he showed in the opponent's half today. I asked him, "Have you ever done that before?" Yeah, coach. He said after the game. So no, he is a young player who still have some things to learn, and he is going to grow for sure when he starts to play regularly this season. So I give him a lot of credit. He's new into the squad, like Demari, like Latipotier, and they seem to gel in really quickly, knowing their role in the team, and I'm really happy with all of the players. But you mentioned him, and he's done really good since he came in. And like I said before, you give someone a chance and he takes it, and that is pleasing for coaches when players put you in a spot. Now I'm in a dilemma who I will pick for the next game. So really good. The second thing was what? The best 11, yes. It depends on who we play, what tactics we will play, who we play. But I think we are getting to know the players more and more as the tournament gets older, and the players are getting to know us more and more. So they understand what we want better and better, and we are getting to know both the players, how they are on the pitch and off the pitch, so the personality and the player.
Thank you, Coach. We'll take the final set of few questions. Norando Brown, please go ahead.
Hello, good evening. Congratulations, Coach. 9 goals in 2 games. How encouraged are you going into the next round of the competition? And my second question, how easy was the job to get all these top quality players, the likes of Leon Bailey, Demari Gray, Mikel Antonio, gelling so fast? Because it's very pleasing on the eye to see.
No, I think when you have quality player next to quality player, it kind of helps both of them. So it is nothing that we did as coaching staff. It is just simple things. Don't complicate things when you have quality players like that. Their individual skills will take care of the details. So it's really pleasing how we have done, and hopefully we will continue that. We are not going to be carried away with these 2 wins. We need to focus. Next team is a strong opponent, whoever that will be, and we need to be focused and balanced, and we cannot be as open as we were in the second half today. So we need to fix a lot of things, and we need to prepare for a totally different match next time. It was 2 questions, sorry, and the first one was 9 goals. Yeah. Well, of course, when you have players that can score goals like we have, there's a lot of goals in our wingers. Is a goal in Whisper who comes in, Kahim scored or an own goal. So we have a lot of goals in the wingers, and then we have Corey, we have Shamar, we have Antonio as strikers. So it's a lot of goals in the Jamaican national team, but we need to find the best balance who we can play. We cannot play all 7-8 of them.
Thank you. We'll take the final 2 questions. Just a kind reminder, please limit your questions to just 1 question. Daniel Wheeler, please go ahead.
Sorry, Coach, just one question from me. Given you explained your reasons in terms of when you decided to really just go and press the issue to cut down on the goal difference between the USA, but do you think it will have a secondary effect, showing the type of tempo intensity that you want the team to start with for the next round? Do you think it will have a secondary effect to make sure that the players know what the tempo that you want to start off with?
No, I think it's good to push, because it is unusual. We now have a week to prepare for the next game. The side effect of trying to push and win big is more fatigue, risk of injuries, etc. But luckily, I think the only player who really got injured was Amari, and now we have a week to get him fit. He could finish the game, but he was in pain. So, but the side effect, of course, is fatigue. But we have, and we thought about that. We have a week to recover. Now we're going to give the players 2 days off, just so they're not listening to our meetings every day and going to training every day. So hopefully they will come both mentally and physically well recovered in 2 days.
Thank you. Final question back there, and then we'll wrap up.
Robert Williams, IRFM Jamaica. Coach, on the subject of goal scoring, the question here before mentioned 9 goals. It's actually the first time that Jamaica has been scoring 10 goals in the group stage of a competition. You also mentioned that at halftime you decided to step it up. Is this an indication, coach, that you can step it up when you want based on the players that you have? You can change gear when you want to?
Yeah, we want to be able to do that. I don't know if we are there yet, but we have options, and I talked about the attacking power and players, and it's different players. If we talk about, there's a difference between Corey and Shamar, there's a difference between Antonio and Shamar and Corey. So we have many versions of, for example, strikers. The same with the wingers. We have all kinds of wingers, and we can find moments where this player is better fitted than the other one. So hopefully, when we get to know them and when we play more together, we can have maybe tactics and players in the situation, so we can change the game with rotation or even moving players around. We don't need to do substitutions.
Thank you, coach. All the best for the knockout rounds. Good luck.